flipping pages since I could remember. That told me I had to be.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button now so that you can be notified anytime I release a video. Today's video is going to be a how-to on how to do nail forms. I did recently watch a video from Natalie Carmona, Get Nailed 32, and she was struggling a little bit with doing nail forms, so I thought that I'd put together just a quick tutorial on how to do nail forms. So first I'm prepping the nail form, and normally you'd have that little insert pushed back a little bit more on the sticky part of the underside of the nail just to keep it steady. But today I am using my Red Iguana practice hand, and having the tab stick out a little bit allows it to go underneath the tip insert that goes on the hand so that it'll stay put in place. So what we're doing on the forms is we're just going to build the tip. So the consistency of the acrylic needs to be that as if you were laying it closer to the cuticle area on an overlay, so it's going to be not so runny. You want to make sure to get any excess liquid out. And as you see, as I'm adding the acrylic, I'm just adding a very thin layer. I'm not making it thick at all while it's on the form. The whole purpose of the form is just to build the extension and not to build up the nail itself. Once I have the tip built, I'm going to move on to the next nail until all of the nails have just the tip built. Once the tip is built on all the nails, then we can check to make sure that it's dried, and then we can take the forms off, and then you can see what you're working with. Once you have the forms off, you'll see that working with the nail forms is really no different than working with a tip, because that's all we're doing is building out the tip. So I built the tip on the pinky, and now I'm moving on to the rest of the fingers. And really you can lay the acrylic anywhere as long as the end result has it in the right place. So you see that I'm adding it in the middle, I'm adding it towards the free edge. I'm just making sure that it is covered, and when it dries it's going to have the same thickness all over. So the whole goal is that it is going to be thick enough to be able to remove the form without breaking, but thin enough to be able to shape the tip as if it is just a standard plastic tip. So you should be able to use your clippers or nippers in order to shape it the way that you want once the acrylic is laid. So now that I have the tips built on all the nails, I'm coming back and I'm removing the forms from all the nails. And as you see, just the tips are built, and we can come in with our straight clippers and just clip off any excess or clean it up so that it's easy to shape with our nail file in the end. And this is done just as if you were to put on, like I said, put on a plastic tip. You would still use your straight clippers to shape it. Some areas may be a little bit more. You might have to use a little bit more strength in order to clip it. But if you can't use the straight clippers like I'm using, you can definitely use a good pair of nippers in order to clean up any messes or make it straight before building your actual nail. So I'm just going to speed through the rest of the cleanup process, and then we'll come back to start building the nail.
Summer, just wanna touch like back when we were younger. Yeah. Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more.
Now that we have everything put together, we're going to come in with our clear acrylic just as we would if we're using a tip, and just add it over the nail plate so that when we use colored acrylic, it is still going to hold its strength. You're not going to have lifting, and it's not going to stain the nail bed. I'm going to speed through these other 3 fingers, and I'll be back when we're going to lay the colored acrylic.
Starstruck, but haters got some indecisive. I'm over fighting. I just can't wake up cold and sleep alone. This boy's some trouble. When he's around, my problems seem like double. His stupid eyes put me on ice, so no, no. Don't slow me down, don't wanna do this solo.
Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more.
So I had a brilliant plan of doing a glitter ombre on the pinky, but it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to, so I ended up covering it, and it all turned out good in the end. But yeah, I left this in, but it was really a waste of time just to even leave this into the video since I did cover it up. But yeah, this is my favorite colored acrylic outside of what I make myself. This is Easy Flow, and I absolutely love how easy Flow's colored and glitter acrylics are to work with. The consistency is really nice. And then this here is my own cover beige color that I made. I didn't really like how the solid blended in with the glitter, just made it look sloppy. I probably should have gone in, instead of using a cover beige, I probably should have used a blue.
Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me.
Yeah, that probably would have been pretty. Yeah, face palm, whatever. Anyway, so this is another Easy Flow color, and it's a really pretty light, glittery, sparkle clear color. So now I'm using the clear, and I'm building up these 2 nails because I'm going to be using a design including gel polish on these. And then once I have these, I'm going to put the clear on the ombre nail and build up using clear on the glitter nail as well. And once it's dry, then we're going to come back in and file with our e-file and our manual file and get everything straight. It kind of looks like a mess now, but once I have everything filed, it will look really nice, and you'll see why the shaping in the beginning is very important, because now that we do have it shaped, the filing will be pretty minimal. Now we're coming in with the e-file, and we're just going to clean up the free edge of anything that went over after clipping, smooth anything out, and make the thickness cohesive throughout. And I'm going to do this on all of the nails. I'm going to look at it from all angles, probably not putting as much time into it as I normally would if this was on a human, but you get the idea. And I'm just going to make it look presentable. So I'm going to go through and speed this up and go through the filing process on the other fingers, and I'll be back when I'm ready to start the actual gel polish process and getting the design started.
Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the sun.
Now I'm coming in with my star glue, and I'm going to add it to just half of the nail on 2 fingers. I'm going to do a half gel, half nail foil transfer on these 2 fingers, and then wait for the transfer foil glue to dry. While we're waiting for the glue to dry, we're coming in with the Hariyama gel polish from Nashly Nails. You can go into the description box down below to get a code for a buy 2 get 1 free gel polish from NashlyNails.com. The gel polishes are very pigmented. As you see here, we're coming in and we're just using a striper brush, and it's 1 coat. So yeah, it's really, really, really pigmented. I love the way that Nashly Nails Hariyama gel polishes are so easy to work with and non-streaky and save so much time. I'm going to do this on both fingers, which I added the glue gel to, but on opposite sides. So I'll come back once I have the gel polish on both fingers and we'll get ready for the nail foil transfer.
All one color, standing in the way.
Now you know why I had to go, I had to go. I still love you, I hope you know, can't deny the truth. We were never meant to be. Sorry I had to leave. Oh, yeah.
Now we're coming in with the transfer foil, and I chose a really pretty holographic and floral print. And I'm just going to add it to half of the nail. So it's going to be like a half glass floral print and a half gel polish design. And it really comes together and looks really pretty. A matter of fact, once I posted this on my Instagram account, I actually got a request to do the same design in a press-on set. So yeah, it's turned out really, really nice. Both the press-on set as well as this one. And I'll post a picture of it at the end of this video of what both turned out to look like. I previously did a video on comparing glue gel and star glue. I still do like using my star glue for nail foil, and I'll use my glue gel for things like glitter enhancements and things like that. Yeah, for some reason the glue gel just doesn't work for me for transferring the foils. It is a waste of time. There's no rubbing that I can do that will transfer the whole image like the glue gel does. I don't know, maybe it's the brand that I got. I'm using the Model 1's brand foil glue gel. If somebody has another brand that they can recommend that will transfer a whole image like the star glue does, then I'd be open to using that. But for now, I'm just going to stick to the star glue. Now I'm coming in with my Model 1 Snow White top coat, and I'm just going to top coat the nails, and then I'm going to come in and add the star glue to the pinky finger so that we can do a foil transfer on there as well, so that we can cover up the ombre mess that we created. And yeah, then we'll be put together and you'll see the end results as well as the press-ons that I made to mimic this set. I decided once I did the top coat that it would look better if there was a line down the center to separate the transfer foil and the solid polish. So I'm using the Model 1's paint pot in silver to draw this line using my short striping brush.
You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody.
And I'm gonna add this stripe also to the second finger with the nail foil and half polish.
You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye.
already did use the top coat on this finger, I have to come in with the buffer and buff off the shine. And then I added the star glue and allowed it to dry, and now I'm coming in with the foil transfer. I'm just pressing it on, rubbing it in with my finger, and then using my rubbing tool to get the edges and any parts that I might have missed with my finger, and then pull it off.
Looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it. You so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you got it.
You want to make sure that when you're doing transfer foil that you pull it off slowly, and that way any spots that you miss you can lay back down and just rub over again, and that keeps the image together so that it doesn't look so sloppy. See how I pulled that off, and now I have to line it back up in order to press it in.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
Now that I'm done with that, I'm coming back in with my Model 1 Snow White top coat and just sealing in the foil transfer on the pinky. Remember, I've already put the top coat on the other fingers, so there's nothing further to do with those. Pay attention to the free edge as well, and that you're capping it with your polish. But here we are, the end result of this set. I think it turned out really pretty with the half and half nail. And you got to see how I do my forms and how it's much easier just to do the free edge or the tip on the forms, and then do the rest of the nail without the forms on. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. And as promised, here's the end result, as well as the press-on set that I made to mimic this set as well. And as always, I hope that you did really enjoy this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks again for watching, and see y'all later.